All right. Good morning, cyber friends. This is the Midi Man coming at you again from Walk Studio, back here at Studio B. We want to say we give God all the praise and glory, give Him all the praise and honor, thanking Him for well as it is for life, health, and strength. And I just wanted to come back, speaking to the inner circle and everybody that's involved. And I know that this here title might seem a little bit odd, but I really mean it. I was thinking, I've been doing a lot of soul searching and looking back and thinking about certain things and things I've seen over the years. And I've had certain people that I have connected with. Um, I thought that was on the money, but they proved not to be very faithful. Matter of fact, some of them proved out to be very deceitful. And that's how come I named this video, Be Careful of Who You Brag On. Be careful of who you brag on. Now, needless to say, people, let me be the first one to say that there are some people that you can really put a pin in, put a pin on them, and you can count on them. But now the Bible tell you pretty much straight up about having confidence in an unfaithful person in the time of trouble. It's just like standing on a foot that's out of joint, or chewing on a broken teeth, a broken tooth rather. That means having confidence in an unfaithful person in the time of trouble is a bad thing. Jesus will let them know you cannot count on that particular individual. But what I've come to know, in the things that I've done, when it seems as though to me that the main people that you will try to give the credit, it seems as though they start out okay, but they end up going bad. Now, a lot of people will tell you that Jim Jones started out good. Jim Jones started out good. That's what I've often heard. I didn't know nothing about Jim Jones personally, but I heard that when he first started out in the ministry and his ministry and everything, that he actually started out good and decent, but the people, when you put people, some people can't stand to be put up on a pedestal. See, we ain't supposed to put people up too high up there by Jesus, no way. And I think this is what they did. They got to giving this man too much praise, and the people got so dependent upon the man instead of putting it on Jesus. And it got all out of whack. And the next thing you know, he had done killed all of them down there in South America. They're called the People's Temple, I believe it was. I don't forgot about it. My mind is a little foggy about that kind of stuff right now. But nevertheless, what I took that to mean is, I just look at the things that I've been involved in myself. And I thought some people was really on the money with it. Found out they wasn't on the money with it at all. Got to see. And you know, people can put up a facade. People can put up a smoke screen so bad and make you think one thing, but all of a sudden, all the time, they don't mean you know well at all. And I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, people. I look at that thing and I look at it. It's like I said, with all the mass communication that we got these days and time. We got cell phones, we got house phones, we got the internet, and we got tablets, we got laptops, we got all this here stuff with forms of communication. But yet and still, we got people that they'll tell you that they didn't get a message from you. Come on, y'all, be for real. Now, ain't nobody that dumb. Come on now, with all this here communication. I know right here myself, I got an Android, I got an iPhone, I got a laptop, I got an iPad. Well, not an iPad, I got a tablet. And all of these here forms of communication, and you mean to tell me that I can sit here and tell you to your face, If you tried to call me on either one of those gadgets, that I didn't get the message. No, 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 no. That just tell the truth. They say you didn't want to get the message. Let me tell y'all something. If I can call you or text you, I shouldn't have to do all the calling and all the texts. Come on now. Let us get with it, y'all. If you call me, then I ought to have enough courtesy to return your call. And maybe the next couple of times I should call you, not you have to call me all the time. Huh? Well, you know what? We got some people not only won't call you, they will not even return yours. But they'll say that they didn't get your message or they didn't get your text. Come on, people. Y'all get for real. Be for real. Be for real. In other words, that's how come I said, don't be very careful of people that you brag on too quick. Because by and by, eventually they'll show themselves up to show that they're not the one, that the person that you thought them to be. I don't care who it is, y'all. Go for me too. That's how come I said we are not to put nobody up there by Jesus. Because don't nobody qualify to stand beside Jesus. Nobody qualified to stand beside him. But we do it. There ought to be somebody. Help me, y'all. There ought to be somebody somewhere that you ought to be able to at least kind of 99, 95.5% count on to stand with you on certain things, especially about stuff that means something. But now you got people that they'll get involved in a thing, but they don't mean to go all the way. In other words, if you ain't gonna mean, if you don't, I remember James Brown had a song. I forget the name of the song. Now, don't mean it, don't be in it. I forget the name. I think it was talking loud and saying nothing. That's it. Talking loud and saying nothing. Say you don't mean it, don't be in it. In other words, why get involved with the situation? Why even get involved with the situation when you already know that you ain't in it for the long haul? And some of us that get in the thing just because of the fact that we've been nosy and we want to see how far we think everything gonna go peachy keen, but as soon as a little problem arrives, we ready to run out, and we'll run out. Oh, that's a bad soldier to depend on, brother. In the time of combat, you don't need no soldier like that. No, because you're going to get you killed. Nevertheless, people, I just wanted to say, I mean, really and truly, it's after 2 a.m. in the morning on Saturday morning now, and I've been trying to get this video done ever since about 11:30, and but I was just lost for the words to say. In other words, I didn't know what angle to go by at it. I didn't want to make anybody feel bad. But I'm just telling it the truth. I'm telling it like it is, and this is how come I try to gauge myself and try to make certain that I try to not disqualify my own self. And therefore, I try to be straight up with people, and I try to do what I say I'm going to do. And I try not to make promises because I'm not able to keep promises. Because I don't have my life in my hand. Only thing I can do is say what I would try to do if the Lord will. If it be the Lord will, I would try to do thus and such and so and so. But don't be too quick to brag on people, because believe it, many man can tell you from experience, they will let you down. I've been let down many, many times. Many times. And needless to say, if I keep living, I will be let down some more. You just have to you have to learn to roll with the punches, y'all. And so I'm going to say that to say this. I said all that to say this. Be careful of whom you brag on. Because most of the time, it is the people that you least likely think will help you. Those will be the ones that will come to your assistance. While the one that in other words, Jesus' inner circle was Peter, James, and John. And he took them and they saw things that the rest of the disciples never saw. But Peter, James, and John, But all of that came to the point everybody left him. Even though John stayed close, and John went with him inside the judgment hall, and John was there at the crucifixion. But the rest of them were nowhere to be found. So Jesus did have one disciple that did prove to be faithful all the way to the end, and that was John. Because yes, even Peter failed. Peter was a brave one, but Peter failed at that. He failed at that. But nevertheless, God restored him. And that's how come I'm saying right now, I believe all of us can be restored. But just don't, but some of us just, we got a bad vernacular. And then some people will throw ditches and dig ditches for you. People allowing you to make you look bad in the sight of other people, and have other people thinking the worst about you when you don't even know what's going on. Because it's somebody else's mouth done told lies and done sowed discord and several good relationships and good friendships that you might have with other people. But somebody else got in that thing and they didn't like it and they throw discord in it. And all of a sudden you wondering what's going on. It ain't that person. It's somebody that lying behind your back that done went in and sold discord and done said a whole lot of stuff. And ain't no telling what else they done done. I'm just letting y'all know. Be careful who you brag on. Be careful who you brag on. I know Minnie Man is very careful now. I used to do a lot of bragging and giving folk this and giving folk that. But I'm learning my lesson too, to be more careful now. I'm being very reserved about now who I do too much bragging about. Because like I said, people will let you down. But Jesus will never let you down. In other words, old song said by the Williams brothers years ago, Jesus will never say no. Will never say no. Jesus will never say no. In other words, if Jesus tell you no, then you better bet it's for your good and for my good. So with that being said, this Minnie Man said, whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, it's best you come out of it, people. And I'm happy to let everybody know now I'm on the last leg of the book, a book about my life. I know y'all might say, who want to read about your life? Well, I don't know, but I'm writing about it, and it's a real compressed version. It's a compressed version. In other words, I'm not trying to write out no 500-page book or something like that, cause I don't want to even mention a lot of that stuff. I mentioned a lot of stuff that I didn't even want to mention, just to try to make it a little decent book. But nevertheless, it's a real compressed version. Fast forward too much in life of mine. It's been interesting. God knows it has been interesting. I ain't never been to Paris, France, or nothing like that. That's why I can't tell you about the Eiffel Tower or nothing like that. That's why I can't tell you about that. But I can tell you what I did tell you. So in other words, we're going to try to get that done. And I want to say I thank you, Jackie, for sending me certain information about your brother, because in the case I'm going to look at that very, very soon after I make certain that everything is finished up, because I still got to edit the book. I got to edit, so I'm going to go back and do the best I can on editing, and we're going to try to go on and get this thing done here within the next few days. And we thank God for all the patience that y'all have put in it. Those of you that have supported, and I know, Sister Jack, I'm going to tell you straight up to your face. I ain't going to get behind your back and tell you. I'm going to tell you straight up to your face. You have already sold your support toward it and everything. And I'm very, very grateful and thankful for that. In other words, and we want to go on and get this here book. Try to get it published, either by a publisher or self-publishing. Either way, we're going to try to get it in some sort of form and fashion for distribution. And even if it's an ebook, we're going to do something. So with that being said, we just say whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it. Because it's going to come to nothing. To the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. This is Minnie Man saying peace and good morning, y'all.